going to work on our gusset. And what a gusset is simply making space for the rest of our foot. Our foot is not the same size all the way through. So we need to make space so it's easy to put on and it works well around our heel and our ankle area. So here is going to be our first round where we're going to increase our stitches for our gusset area. We're going to start by doing a split single crochet into the first stitch. And go ahead and mark that. And now we're going to work the next 17 stitches from the established stitch repeat. Now, yours very possibly, most likely could look very different from mine. You may not be on this round in terms of the stitch repeat, and that's okay. We might be on different rounds for this section of the sock. You're going to work the section that's the next row for your established repeat. So you're going to work those 17 stitches either from the chart or the written instructions of the round that you need. Now that we've worked that section of our nice stitch pattern repeat, we are going to work the next stitch as a split single crochet for one. Then we're going to do a back loop only single crochet for one. And then in this next one, this is where we are going to place 3 split single crochets into this stitch. This is how we are going to do the repeat for the gusset. So now we've done it on one side of our sock and we'll want to make sure to do it on the other side of our sock. So now we will continue to do the back loop only single crochet for one and the split single crochet for one until we get to the last 2 stitches of this round. So the 2 stitches before our stitch marker. Now, when we have 2 stitches left, we're going to do 3 split single crochet stitches into the next stitch. And that will add another increase. So for this round, we've done 2 spots where we've increased, and we've increased a total of 4 stitches. So if you hadn't increased before, if you had, that's fine, but you'll be at 44 total stitches after this round. Now for the next 3 rounds, we are simply going to work it in our established stitch and row pattern. So you might be on a different row and that's fine for this section, but I just want to work across this next round and show you how it works out for working into those 3 split single crochet increase areas. So I'll start by working the first stitch and marking it, and then I'm going to be working across the next 17 stitches with whatever pattern I will be working next with that. So it really doesn't matter here. If you need to adjust for length, you're going to be on a different round than I am in terms of these 17 stitches, and that's fine. You're just going to work it following that established stitch pattern. Now, after working across those 17 stitches in that established pattern repeat, here's what happens when we get back to our increase here where we did 3 split single crochets into 1 stitch. So I'm going to do the split single crochet and then the single crochet in the back loop only, and we'll continue that stitch pattern even across these 3. So split single crochet would be next, single crochet in that back loop only, split single crochet would be next, and notice it keeps in that pattern by doing the single crochet in the back loop only for the next one, and then we continue that all the way around. And so it's really easy to work across these increases, and we're staying in our pattern, but we're making it so that we have more space and we can increase for the size of our foot. So I'm going to complete rounds 2, 3, and 4 of the gusset section where I'm just working across the stitches in pattern, and this is how we'll work across those increases for those rounds, and I'll come back for round 5. Now that we have rounds 2 through 4 done, you can see how these increases really work and look, and it just adds extra space to this, and then we can continue in that stitch pattern. For round 5, we're going to do an increase again, but try it on to see how it fits. If you feel like it's making too much space, you can always hold off, but for most people, it does require quite a bit of increasing so that you can get it over your heel once we split for the heel. So for round 5, we'll start by doing a split single crochet in the first stitch and marking it. Now we're going to work the next 17 stitches from the established pattern repeat. So now that we've done those 17 stitches across the front, it's time for us to start working in that split single crochet in the back loop only. So we're going to do that only for the first 2 stitches after that repeat. So we're going to split single crochet into the back loop only, and then we are going to add another increase here where we do 3 split single crochet stitches into the next stitch. And then we will single crochet into the back loop only and continue in that pattern repeat of a split single crochet in the back loop only. And we're going to repeat that until we get to the last 2 stitches of this round. And now that we are at the last 2 stitches of this round, we will do 3 split single crochets into the next stitch, and then do a single crochet into the back loop only of the last stitch of the round. And this has once again increased 4 stitches. So we've gone from 44 stitches to 48 stitches. If you have a wider foot, you can always do more increasing. It's just really about making sure it's the best fit for your foot. So now I'm going to go ahead and do round 6 of the gusset, which is simply working everything in stitch pattern. And the same way as we did down here, we're just going to work across these 3 stitches in pattern as well. So that is how we work the gusset.